Hi, welcome to my channel. Today's video, okay, you're wanting to shift reality. You're wanting to see something different. You don't really feel that you're too hung up on whatever it is that you want. You maybe have been affirming, scripting, you maybe haven't been doing much, you may be living in the end and you're feeling good and still nothing is happening. Why is that you're stuck and you're not shifting and nothing is particularly changing? Maybe you see the odd change, but nothing really significant. Okay, what you're probably doing is kind of holding on to the old story more so than the possibility of something different. So whilst you can see whilst you're looking at what you would like to manifest, what you would like to see in your reality, you keep going back to what is. So what you can see now, which is solid, looks solid to you. It isn't, but it looks it to you. And you are giving more validity to that than your desired reality. So it always comes back to that. So you might feel good for a bit and you might feel like I'm living in the end, I'm assuming. But all of the time, this, what you consider solid reality that you can see, you are giving, not necessarily giving huge focus to it, but on a subconscious level, you are thinking that is real and I have to make something unreal. I have to make something that's not real at the moment. I have to bring it into reality and make it real. And you're not trying to make something out of nothing. You're not trying to build something from the ground up. It doesn't take hard work. It's not about hard work. So what you're really looking at doing when you want to see something different in life, and you want to see something different in life, whether you're kind of stuck or you're not stuck, or you're just looking at ways to do this, is to dwell in the possibility, because there are infinite possibilities. Yes, there is a possibility that the life you're experiencing at the moment, that is not the one you want, will continue. And yes, that will continue if you dwell in that possibility. So that is a possibility. But if you shift your attention to your desired reality, that is a possibility. Everything is possible. So from moment to moment, it's not like I have to do this for 6 months to see a result. That isn't the case at all. I do believe that this is instant. So in an instant, you can feel something different. So what do you want to experience? Now think about what's going on now, and think about what you do want to experience, and what feels stronger to you. What do you feel you're giving more attention, you're giving more validity to? Which one? And it's probably the one that you don't want. So it's stronger within you than that possibility of the thing that you want. But it's only about an idea. So you create an idea. I'm just going to create an idea. And that idea is of the reality that you'd like to experience. And then you dwell in that more. You dwell in the idea of it. You dwell in the possibility of it. You don't try to force it. You don't try to force feeling like you already have it. You don't need to do that. And that actually can cause a ton of resistance, not for everybody, but for a lot of people. I can't do that and I don't want to do that. I just want to go, this is what I want. And this is actually what I don't want. So if I don't want something, I've got to stop dwelling in it. I've got to stop giving it attention and accepting that it is just a possible version of reality. If it continues, that's just a possible version. But also, equally, this that I do want is a possible version, and maybe there's bits in between. So if you feel like your possible version, like the outcome that you do want, that feels hugely away from what you're feeling, can you meet yourself in the middle? Can you find a middle ground that feels a little bit more plausible to you or possible to you? If you do that first, then when that starts to feel more of a real idea that it could become a reality, then you can go to what you actually want, the actual outcome that you want. But again, you don't have to do that. It just might make it easier on you, and sometimes it's a good idea to look at things that make it a bit easier on us. But it's the idea of something. All you need to do is bring up the idea of something and know that it is a possible version of you, a possible version of reality, just as this one is that you're experiencing now. And the one you're experiencing now is based on the fact that you are giving it attention. You are deciding that it is a solid fact at the moment, and you have to do something with this solid fact, change it, fix it. It's a problem that needs fixing, and then you will experience what you want. It isn't a problem that needs fixing, and that is, I've talked about that in a couple of videos ago. I talked about there's no problem to fix. There is no problem to fix. This is not a problem. This is just a version of reality. It isn't a problem. You don't need to fix it. And as soon as you look at fixing it, you're looking at the middle ground. You're looking at the bridge of instance. How can I fix it? And so this happens, and this happens, and then I get what I want. Don't worry about the middle bit. The middle bit is not your job. Your job is to decide what you want, understand that it is a possible version of reality along with tons of other possible versions of reality, and dwell in the idea of it. So all you're doing, you're daydreaming, you're feeling like, wouldn't it be lovely if? That's all that you're doing. That's all that you need to do. But you have to know that it is an actual possibility. You wouldn't even try this, would you, if you really didn't believe it? But then it's a case of going, no, if I want this, I have to understand that the reality at the moment that is undesirable can dissolve away, and then this one can take over, but it can't if I keep going back to it. So if you are manifesting and feeling good and doing all of those things that make you feel good, and then you immediately go back to what is now because you haven't seen that manifestation, you haven't seen that reality shift, so you go back to what you consider to be the facts. Oh, it's because of these facts, these circumstances, that is why. But it's not. If you just carried on doing that and did it for doing its sake, not for seeing a result, eventually something is going to shift. And I say eventually, it could be overnight. It doesn't have to be eventually. It's what's going on inside of us that creates the time lag. For sure, because some people manifest really quickly and some people not so much, and that's probably because internally on a subconscious level they're thinking, well, this would have to happen, and then maybe this person would have to feel like this. You're not outwardly thinking it, but you do have that going on inside. But that doesn't matter. It just means your way may take a little bit longer, but it is key to understand that everything is just an idea. Everything in life was started with an idea. So everything we've done started with an idea. You have an idea, and your idea is, this is the outcome that I would like. This is what I would like to experience. It's fluid. Reality is totally fluid. Absolutely. You can feel one thing one day and another thing another day, and the day that you feel something different happens. As soon as you feel differently, you have shifted. In that moment, that everything has shifted around you to accommodate your different feeling state. So it's a case of understanding that what is going on now is not a problem to be solved. It's not a problem that you need to fix. It's just what is, and it is based on what is going on inside of you. So it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it in this moment. Let it be, because it is a creation. Just let that creation play out. But as you shift your attention to your ideal reality, so what you would like to experience, knowing that it's a possibility, and knowing that if you keep going back to what you don't want, that will be stronger because you see it, you have confirmation bias, and you can see what's going on at the moment. So of course, you're going to give more, you're going to validate that more so than what you haven't seen yet. But everything going on in your life at the moment was at first unseen, so it is just, so let's bring it back again. Dwelling in the idea of what it is that you want. You know it's possible. The more you do it, the more possible it will seem. So the more you do that and understand that everything is just a possible version of reality, then you just choose the version of reality that you want. And I know it sounds really simple. I say, oh, you just choose it. I know that it's not as simple as that, but it has to come down to you knowing that you're not fixing a problem. There is nothing to be fixed. There is just an internal shift to be made. So you are pulling your attention away from what is. You know it is what it is. You're not trying to ignore it, but you're not going to give it any attention. You are going to assume that it's possible that you can experience this new version of reality. But again, it's about not being obsessed and not constantly manifesting and not constantly thinking about it. Where is it? It's getting on with the life that is in front of you at the moment, because in the best way possible. So to keep your vibe on track, and even if you're just in a neutral vibe, that's absolutely fine. It's about that, and it's about just holding on to the idea of what it is that you want and knowing that that is a possible version of reality. Imagine you in a super state. So in quantum, you are just there in a super state, and all of these possible realities are kind of coming out from you like that. And you're going, oh, which one do I want? I want that one. And then you're deciding that that is the way that you want to go. So if you do that, and then you go back to the old and you go back to what you don't like, then you're going, oh no, actually I want this one. This is the reality I want. Yes, sorry. So then you choose that one, inadvertently choose it. But you have to know what you want is your choice. Your preferred version of reality is this. So you can say that to yourself as well. No, this is the version of reality I prefer. That's the one I choose. I don't want this one. I want this one. It's okay to say you don't want this one. It's okay to do that. Don't get hung up on what you can't say and, oh, somebody will know that I'm trying to resist it. No, that's not resistance. That's just like making a clear decision. This is not what I want. This is what I want. So this is what it is at the moment. I'm just going to let that play out in whichever way. Now I've shifted, it is going to be different than it would have been 5 minutes ago before I made this decision and realised what I was doing, that I was validating what I don't want, validating it as my reality. I need to validate what I do want as my reality because it is possible. Right. That's it. Thanks so much. I was thinking about this today and I wouldn't normally shoot a video on a Saturday, but I thought, no, I'm going to do it while it's in my head. While things pop up in my head. I think that's probably the better time to make videos is when I'm inspired in the moment. I'm going to be offering something. I haven't got it on my website at the moment, but you can request it from me if you want to, and I will send you the details and send you the payment link that way. It's not like you can't have it. I just haven't got around to putting it on the website yet. It's just something that a couple of people have requested and I've done it for them, and I've thought, well, maybe this is something that I should do. It's a personalised video, so I don't have it on my website at the moment, but it will be going up there. Basically, it's £40. You tell me what's going on with you, where you're stuck, what you've done so far. You'll get a questionnaire anyway. Fill all that in, tell me what's going on with you, and then I will record a personal video to you, and then I will send it to you as an MP4 file. And so then you can either upload it to Vimeo or to YouTube, your own account. So that will be £40. I think that's a reasonable price for me to do it for. I might find that that's not actually enough eventually, because by the time I've filmed it and edited it, I might think, but we'll see. We'll start off there and see how we go. So yeah, I've done it for a couple of people and it's proved really successful. So as it's not on my website at the moment, if it is something that you want to take advantage of, just go to my website, drop me an email, and we'll have a little chat about it. Okay, thanks so much for watching.